All right, let me see if I get video now. Oh, I can. Hello, BB. I had quite the morning. It stormed last night. Well, it's a couple things. Found a gator. Stormed last night. I had to put a new electric pole in. The people are here. Water heater broke. And I guess the main thing was there was a big old gator. And me and my neighbor have cows. And that ain't too good. You know what I mean? So I'm going to switch over to my PC here. And so give me 1 second here and we'll get the screen sharing and all that. Caroline, are you here? Maybe not, maybe so. Caroline, are you here? I'm going to switch over to my machine right now.
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
I'm here. Sorry.
All right, well, I was running late. Gator, Florida. A lot of things, actually. All right, can you grab the screen? I'm going to switch over to my machine here. And let me go to Chris. And then, Chris, if you're listening, can we get Scott to do the pre-market?
Yeah, I'll ping him right now.
Okay, thank you, thank you. All right, I'm gonna get my screen here. Oh man, look at my video. All right, let's start video here. Oh God. Can I get video, please? Because the host has stopped the video. And I want to know why.
Try it now.
There we go. All right, I'm going to grab the screen here. So everyone, we have Caroline joining us from, where are you at, Jacksonville?
I'm in Jax.
And
Sunshine.
how's the Jax, Florida life?
It's going well. It's been raining all weekend and I finally see some sunshine. But it's oddly out of nowhere. It's been so hot.
It started to storm here last night too, so I feel you on that. So if everyone, Caroline, can you explain to the people in your very dark lighting situation, what exactly do you do?
There we go. Is that better? I work for Wealth Press. I previously worked for Tom Busby, which I'm sure some of you know.
We know how to. And what did you do with Tom?
I was kind of like an assistant. There's some familiar names in here, Miss Carol. And I kind of managed his webinars, kind of like what you're doing right now. And then I would help with live events, but I just moved over to the Wealth Press side. So I'm doing junior publishing and marketing for them. So all the emails you get from Lance, I'm the one typing those up.
Because we all know Lance doesn't do his own emails, right?
Right.
So you used to get Tom coffee. You got his lunch every day. Is that it?
I get Dunkin' every morning.
Okay. What else?
In the Loop every day for lunch. Same thing. Never switched it up.
That's amazing. I want someone to do that for me. And how familiar are you? So basically, the goal is we're trying to teach Caroline about trading, about options from the beginner's point of view, because, well, she's a beginner. How old are you now?
I just turned 24, 2 weeks ago.
So you're like are you a millennial or Gen X?
Gen X.
Okay. So you probably have, the bank accounts even exist for Gen X?
Whatever.
We're basically trying to get her to learn about trading, investing from, I would say, square two. I think you're past square one. Right.
Gen Z, not Gen X. What'd you say?
You're the basics. but we're trying to get like stock companies, stuff like that. But we're trying to get you to learn like a call option is bullish, buying a put option is bearish. And we got Caroline my option workshop, which I think you guys sent emails for this weekend that people can buy. So it's basically, I would say from a beginner to maybe want to refresh your skills of what trading is. So she has homework on learning what options trading is and how to put orders. And then next, we'll probably open up you an account with TD Ameritrade or maybe
Oh yeah.
I would say Robinhood, but after the shutdown, they got shut down during the whole halting of stocks of like AMC. So we'll probably go with a legit broker, like probably Thinkorswim. And you can start using the master indicator. How's that for a cheap plug? That was a good one. I know. I'm actually going to be on with y'all know Tom Sonsoff. Does anyone know him from Tasty Trade, or now what is it? What do they call it now? Tasty
Tasty work.
Tasty Works. Yeah, I think they sold it or something. But I'm going to be on with him today. We're doing like he's on earlier, but at 4 p.m. I'm doing, it's called like a Wealth 365 event with Rob Hoffman hosts it. And I know like Tom Sonsoff's on earlier and stuff like that. So that should be fun. I think that's my first time doing one. So that will be a fun experience. And I'm pretty caffeinated today. I have a cold brew. I've never actually tried cold coffee.
You only drink hot coffee?
Yep.
Oh gosh.
But it's hot here in Florida already. And this morning I go to the gym and I in the morning and I was like, I really don't want hot coffee. So let me try this cold coffee, which is expensive. This is like $4. I usually get an espresso shot, which is like $1.50, or like a colada, if you guys know.
Ooh, yum.
Yeah, like in Florida, drink coladas. But I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good. I just got it black, and I feel very twitchy, kind of.
Is that Duncan?
So, yes, from Duncan. So I'll be on the ball today. So be prepared for a lot of trade alerts. I feel like I have a million positions on, by the way. If you look at my book, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 positions.
Is that not a normal amount of positions in a day or a morning?
I mean, I feel like I have a pretty big book, but everything's so small. Are y'all trading small right now? Like look at my contracts, like 2 lots, 5 lots, 3 lots, 2 lots, 5 lots, 2 lots, 1 lot, 1 lot, 45 lot. 45 lots. How much is that? $4,000 is the positions I really like. 12 lot, 10 lot, 1 lot, 1 lot, 2 lot. So it's pretty I would say my book is, I have a lot of positions, but a lot of small size positions. So I don't know if I love that or not, but I feel like I'm decently hedged, I guess you would say. I feel good about my book right now. And some of the China stocks are up, which is good because I got some China positions on. So I'll like that this morning. But big week. We have earnings this week, and the banks kick off, and then Netflix, or we have Tesla and Netflix. So let me ask Caroline your expert opinion. What do you think of Netflix?
I love Netflix.
Higher or lower for earnings?
Ooh. I don't even know what that means, to be completely honest with you.
So let's go back. Let's do a quick history of Netflix. And just a heads up, the reason we don't have Jeff on the show is, and I'm very happy for Jeff. So me and Jeff are independent contractors. We're not employees, just a heads up. Basically, I always say this. I go to wherever pays me the most money. I'll dance for $1 to keep it PG. Jeff got a lot of dollars, so he's still doing all his trades and fulfillment and everything, but he's working on something in a company, in a new company. He's working on something that's basically paying him a lot of money. So it's very good for Jeff. I know he's very excited, and I don't think he'll have time for the show going forward, but I still talk to him very often, like every day. And yeah, he basically got more moolah, and I don't blame him, to be honest. I mean, heck, I'm paid very well, though. Very, very well. One of the highest, if not the highest paid person, because I'm that good. But anyhow, let's go back to Netflix. I actually was watching Florida Man last night, because I am a Florida man. But Netflix actually 3 quarters, we've been trading higher. And I actually had about $40,000 in Netflix on a structured note that got called. So I made a lot of money in it. But we had the past 3 quarters higher, higher, higher. And then this quarter. So you have to think of Netflix, what's the most important thing? Subscriber growth. But also, they got caught, they locked down on the password sharing. Like, you could go on, Caroline, I could use your Netflix account.
And then
or
they would only
something.
allow like you to watch, like have like 2 subscribers on each account. I saw that.
Yeah. Exactly. So that, I think, might actually add to subscriber growth, because people are having to pay for it right now. I will say the shows,
Fire.
I feel like they still have all the hit shows, though.
They've come out with a lot of good ones recently.
Like I saw on the news this morning, what is a show called Love is Blind?
Mm-hmm.
It was like out last night on like a finale. They had a glitch.
I didn't watch that. The glitch was on Netflix, or was this live?
I guess it was like a finale on Netflix that they had a glitch and the show was out. Apparently, the new shows are like these people get married without knowing who they're getting married to or without seeing them.
I've never watched it, but I think the concept is there's like 2 rooms, but you get to talk to each other like through the room. So there's like a little speaker, and you like obviously interview with every single one of them. And then whoever you jive with the most through this wall, you meet them, I guess, at the finale, and then you get married and hope for the best.
Well, so what if, like, for example, I'm like 5'9" on a good day. What if I'm talking to a girl behind this wall?
You'd have no idea.
Right. And I never see her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's say she's like 6'3", and let's say she's like, yeah, let's say she likes her Dunkin' Donuts more than I do, which is hard. But let's just say it doesn't. We don't are physically attracted to each other. Then what happens?
I guess
You still have to get married.
you still have to get married, but I think the whole point is like you can love without the visuals. So like love isn't just about the like physical attraction. And I think that's the whole idea of the show.
But it is.
Well, I mean,
I guess I would be
I
too
do.
shallow to go on the show.
Well, it's like 50-50.
But
Yeah.
apparently it's a big hit. Okay, from what I hear through my sources. aka all the girls I talk to. They all love these shows, like The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, the Millionaire Matchmaker, all this other stuff. So we got Netflix reporting, and I already have 2 levels. I just drew these because very basic technical analysis, basically support and resistance. So resistance right around 375 on Netflix. Support, oh God, well, I drew that bad. Let's redraw that. There we go. Support, I would say around $300, the prior low on the daily chart. So let's go and see what the fine market makers, aka the corrupt market makers, are implying. So with Netflix at 338, they're implying a $30 move. So in the options market, especially around earnings, it's an unknown event, right? So you have all these analysts come out with projections about, where Netflix, the revenue and EPS are going to be and subscriber growth for Netflix. So they're implying between right now, today, through Friday, the stock can move higher or lower $30. So basically, with the stock at 338, $30 higher would give us, quick math, 368 to the upside. So where was the upside target I had? 375, just about. And then to the downside, it would be 338
You would have 308.
minus 30, which would be 308. And where do we say support was?
300. I think you said that around 300.
Yep, 300. So about 308. So pretty close to where I'm looking for the implied move to Netflix. So let's go and look at the price of the options real quick. So the 300 puts, basically if the stock goes down, a put would be bearish, are about $2.50. It's kind of expensive. I usually like dollar options. And then to the upside, the 370 calls are, wow, 440. So we call this a call skew, meaning the calls are priced higher than the puts, which is actually shocking because usually insurance, therefore like puts or hedging, are usually more expensive than the calls. So basically, this is letting me know that everyone's leaning bullish on Netflix for earnings,
So higher.
which is kind of scary because when everyone does one thing, the market will tend to usually do the opposite of it. So, oof, that's a little expensive in my taste. Netflix. What do y'all think on Netflix? 90 Day Fiance we had in the chat. Netflix, Fred dumped it. I dumped it too. Lee says higher. Small, higher. Small size, higher. Nothing move. I'm kind of in the camp of Dennis, my good friend. I actually think a no move would be healthy for Netflix because it's basically up so much. There's not a lot of meat left on the bone, So when there's no opportunity, sometimes the best thing to do, unless you want a dice roll, which I often do, very small, but I think the best thing would be probably to do nothing, or you could sell some premium on it, like sell an iron condor or an iron fly. And now we're getting into advanced knowledge that Caroline's probably like.
What does that mean?
What's that?
I was gonna say, what does that mean? You're getting ahead of yourself.
So like basically, if we want to do a neutral position, like let's say we want to do, let's say we think Netflix stays in a certain range. So let's say we think it doesn't move at all. We could sell, let's say and this is getting advanced, but we can sell, let's say the 325 puts, buy the 320 puts, and then sell, let's say the 50 calls and buy the 355 calls. And this would be an iron condor, which is something I rarely ever do. Sometimes ahead of earnings, I'll do it. But basically you would be risking, and this is why I'm not a huge fan of it. You would be risking about $466 to make 34. That can't be right. Oh, because I have a butterfly on it. There we go. So you'd be risking about $398. So let's say $400 to make $100. So risking $400 to make $100 is not something I love, but you have a high probability of that happening, because as long as Netflix stays over 325 or under 350, the trade makes money. So basically, if it doesn't move too much, you're in the green.
Is it common to always risk more than what your reward is going to be?
No, I ideally, if I want to dice roll, which I do a lot, especially for earnings, I want to risk like $100 to potentially make $400.
Got it.
But when you do that, you have to get directional, and therefore your probabilities get lower. So this trade would have let's say a 70% probability of working out. And let's say if you risked $100 to make $400, your probability would be, maybe 20%. But a couple of names moving pre-market, then I'll wrap it up. TSM moving higher. I got some calls in that one. USB, I bought some puts on this one Friday, moving lower, so that should be good. What else do we have? ENVX is earnings upcoming. And then Schwab was up 2% pre-market, and now Schwabi down on earnings. So might have to hold that one. And what other positions? Well, I have so many damn positions I have that I need to. And I got some SIG puts too. I bought Friday because no one's buying jewelry for their girlfriends because everyone's broke because we're in a recession, to say the least. But ASML, yeah, ASML down. I saw some puts in that one Friday. Oh, wow. It's down $30. Well, that trader's popping champagne. We see the puts there from Friday. USB must have just had news because the stock just started tanking here. But we have lots of earnings this week. It's going to be one of the most busy weeks of the year for trading. Like I said, I already got how many positions? Like 30 on or more. So my strategy, and Caroline, implement this in your head, is to trade small, especially around these kind of volatile times like earnings and, if you're doing short dated stuff. But trade small. You can trade often. You can have lots of positions. Just, don't risk a lot of money because you're going to have crazy events. Like stock's going to be up 3% one day, then down. And I got a phone call here. Hello. Oh, hey. And everyone, I got to wrap up. Thank you. If we have a clear path. Thanks, everyone.